Hello, everybody. Welcome to another community hangout, Friday community hangout. Actually, Mihail's with us. I believe it's very early Saturday morning for him. But for the rest of us, it's a Friday. I'm Matthew Phillips, and here with me we have David. Say, wave, David. Alexis, another developer, CanJS developer, and our special guest is Mihail. He wants to tell us about a app he well, maybe not so recently. Should we call it a side project, or is this like a startup you're doing now, or
No, it is a side project.
It's just a side project. Okay. All right. Well, why don't you tell start off with just to tell us about yourself, background as a developer.
Sure. So my name is Michal. I'm from Poland, like this quite big country in Central Europe. For European standards, not American. And I used to work at Mozilla till September, and since then I work for Bitovi. So it's like not even 90 days in the company so far for me. And I'm quite new to CanJS and to all the tools that we use now in Bitovi. And actually, I'm quite new to using tools in web development at all, because at Mozilla we didn't use any framework. I thought that MVC and MVVM is not something you should do for web, and so I just knew that there are some tools like CanJS, Angular, or anything like that. I never had anything in common with them. So I started when I joined the company. It was a little bit hard for me at the beginning because I was just assigned to a big project we work on, and without any knowledge about how the framework works. So I thought that it would be nice to actually understand what's going on there. So I started my own personal project together with my friend who works for NPM, Maciej Małecki. He's like one of the core Node.js contributors. We started building something like a code search just for NPM. So we have this code search on GitHub. We used to have Google code search as far as I remember, but you could not search code just in NPM, just in NPM packages. So it's not really a problem if you want to search in the like public NPM, but a lot of companies or even like private developers has their own repositories of NPM, like their own package, local NPMs, and it could be hard to just grab everything. So we built this tool. Can I screen share somehow?
Yes, you can. I believe. There's a button on the left, like a green button.
Yeah. Can you see yourself?
I can see myself.
Great. Okay, so we built this tool called Search Nodes. Actually, it's called npm npmcode.de, and that's where it works now. But we don't have like official approval from NPM to use the NPM name, so we changed it for Search Nodes. And that's how it works. Sorry?
Do you own this domain already?
Search Nodes or NPM code?
Search Nodes.
We have both.
Oh yeah, both. Okay. So it's
just yeah, and that's how it works. Like we just write something, press enter, and you have like all the packages that you. I mean, not all because we limited up to 10 so far. It's like the early version. We just made it public just for this hangout yesterday. So a lot of things don't work so far. And as I said before, it's all the front is built, as you can see, created with CanJS. So that was like the first project and first and only so far project I started in CanJS. Just to get familiar with the tool, and that's how it looks like more or less. There is this main site. Uh, so yeah, I had my first problem was that actually I'm not really good at finding something in documentation. So I just tried or copy paste things from all over the internet, and I found the JavaScript MVC generator for apps. So that's how it started. But then I realized it didn't work with the new CanJS or new Steel, and there was a lot of rewritings. What I like most, I think, about CanJS is this support of fixtures. So I could work on the front side, uh, and my friend could work on the back end side, and we didn't need to work together because I knew how the API response would look like, and I also could like start my own server that will serve it like after it already worked with fixtures. Uh, because of the config in Steel, and there is, yeah, this I steal it from one of the projects we work on now in Bitovi, this small thing where you just change in Steel config fixtures to true, and then if fixtures are true, then we use fixtures. And it, wait, I have my locals, localhost.
So what did you use, like can controls or is
Yeah.
it on
So again, sorry.
Is this all based on components or what's the
It is
what are
all
you?
based on components. So I started it. I started as I said, like I didn't have a lot of experience on how the architecture should look like should look like of the app like this. So what I did in here is just I created the component called Home App in here in the main view, as you can see, and the Home App is a component that doesn't really do a lot of things, but it's the main page of the app, and then it uses snippet list. That's the other component, and it's just the list of snippets, right? Of the chunks of code that we we get from the API, and yeah, and that's basically it. I used also some like syntax highlighting things, and also yeah, it's syntax highlighter, and then the search highlight that highlights everything, like the phrase we are looking for. Uh, and that was more or less this. Then I also implemented, I'm not sure if that's a smart idea, but I implemented this route, so when you search for something, you can just share the uh, URL with someone, right? And it will display the same results. Yeah, when you reload the page or anything like that. And I'm not sure if that's how it should look like, but I didn't know how to communicate between the route module and the main app module, so I just send the event and listen for the event in the main thing and perform search when the
When
event.
the search term changed?
Sorry,
Is that when the search term changes?
I cannot hear you.
What are you listening for when the search term changes?
I listen for the event when the route change. Is that what you asked for? No.
No, I'm asking what oh you're listening for search terms. So whenever the route changes, you're
Yeah, yeah,
triggering.
yeah. Whenever the
What's
route change, I send the event because I didn't really know how to like uh, perform a search in the main module of the app, like on startup or when you change the route in the URL or anything or something like this.
Yeah, we have these. We have those uh, the route syntax for can controls, but it's like it's not really the best way to do it necessarily.
Mhm.
Probably the way that you would want to do it is if you use can route map, you can actually bind can route to a any can.map object, so you can like create like an app state is how you would do that. And then you
Mhm.
could just have a property called search term that you pass into your component. Um,
Okay.
so like you would pass it in as an attribute to your component. And
Okay.
whenever that changes, like it would change when the route changes, or it would change. Maybe you have like some other component somewhere else that also changes the search term. It would just kind of keep everything
Mhm.
down.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Okay. And then there is this. So my friend, the one that worked on the backend side of the app, he asked me to write a build script that will just copy all the files we need to a directory. So I used the steel tools to build the app, and then this really dumb build build script that when steel tools succeed, like it didn't return any error, then just copy files we need to the destination folder, and it worked. Uh, yeah. What else? Okay, maybe yeah, we can disable fixtures here. Yep. Then when we will try to perform a search, we don't have any backend. So let's try to uh, well, yeah.
So now we get to test your friend's code.
Elasticsearch, and now we can, or no. Oh yeah, it's on now. Yeah, it is. So yeah, the backend side has like three parts. Is the search engine, like Elasticsearch implemented in. Oh my God. Okay, I need to work on styles still. Uh, there is a follower that is following the NPM database, and if any of the packages are like updated or the new packages are added to the repository, then it starts like it adds them to the list. And there is like analytic script that does this, like helps with search. I don't really fully understand how it works, but yeah. And oh my God, yeah, it's not really nice in here. But as I said, is a prototype of the site. We just started it yesterday, and yeah, I can search it.
Wait a second,
Oh
you just started this project yesterday?
no, I started this project like a week ago,
Uh-huh.
but it took me like I don't know, maybe 2 days to finish it to this. I mean, to get to the point where I'm now. Uh, I worked like last week, not last, the weekend before, and just that. And yesterday I just changed some parts of the code because like working at when I work at Bitovi, I learn new stuff every day. I'm getting smarter every day with every stand up and every review I'm doing. So yeah, I learned new tricks and implemented them in here. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, there is some
Cool. So what would you say were like kind of the things you struggled with the most from CanJS standpoint?
lack of documentation.
Lack of guides is really the thing, I think, because
Yeah,
CanJS.
lack of like live examples, like
Mhm,
parts of the code that you could just copy and paste. We have some in the docs, but that's not
right.
enough.
Well, our guides are a little bit dated. Our API docs are very nice. Like if you know what you're doing, you
Yeah.
know what you're looking for, it's fantastic. But we do
And
need
there's
updates.
like JavaScript MVC forums, and now the Stack Overflow helps a lot
Yeah.
because there are some like issues with the new Steel and new CanJS. Like it didn't really work as expected together. Just so
Well,
the
they do.
three.
They do. That's not true. They work perfectly together.
Okay, so I just needed to install CanJS from the minor branch, I think,
Right.
in
Yeah.
Bower.
Mhm.
So it was explained somewhere in the forums, but
Right. We
yeah,
need.
it is. And then it didn't want to build till I put this line in here. I have no idea what it means. I just copied and pasted it, and now like in the build just worked.
Yeah, so can util is kind of the way we allow people to use different libraries like um, jQuery or Dojo or
Mm-hmm.
tools and all that. So you have to have so it can internally you just can util do any of that kind of thing in DOM manipulation. So you have to have like a DOM-less version of that of can-util. So this is what this does. So because in the build, in order
Okay.
to compile your templates, it needs to have a version of can-util.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Okay,
what?
and as far as I understand, like System.js is also a like module library like Steel, right?
Yeah, it's like kind of it's the parent basically. Steel like builds on top of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's sometimes it's confusing when to use like Steel object, when to use System object.
Hmm.
I don't really feel it so far, but
So what back to CanJS? Like what were the things that like you kind of immediately um, what you said that like can fixture was like one thing that you really
yeah,
liked about.
and yes, I really like how the components work. Like you don't really think about rendering. Like I get the first version of the app with working with fixtures and with this like snippet list component in like 15 minutes or so. So as I said, like I never worked with any frameworks or anything like that before. At Mozilla, we mostly work on code that should run on Gecko in Firefox OS or in Firefox desktop. So we didn't use any frameworks. So I was surprised that it's possible to write something like this. And like if you know how to do it, you can do it really quick, really fast. But as I said, like the entry level was a little bit higher than I expected. But then when I found the proper examples and docs, it was just a matter of minutes to make the app work.
Awesome.
And
Uh,
that's,
when are you gonna go live with this? Still got some
excuse
work
me,
to do.
David, I didn't hear what you said.
I said, when are you planning to go live
So
with the site?
we are still waiting for the final like confirmation from NPM JS.org that they want to use it as a like official search code for NPM. They probably will. We will get the answer next week. And anyway, if it will happen or not, like I will open the front-end code tomorrow probably. I just need to fix some issues I'm not really proud of. And yeah, and it started working on, as I said before, on npm code.de, and but so far it only works on the packages that are new or updated. So the follower script is running in on our node server, but it did not index all the packages, just the new ones.
Once you index them all, I'm actually curious how much code is on NPM.
Yeah, I don't want to think about it so far, but we will. We will maybe not this week, but like at the beginning of next week.
What
I'm not the
what's
server side guy, so I,
what's was the platform you were running it on? You said there was an Elasticsearch in the background, right?
it is.
And this is probably just hosted on GitHub Pages or something.
Uh, I have no idea.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't really know. I know that like we get a smart OS server that runs some node virtual node machines, but I don't really know how it works on the server side. I'm the guy from the other side of the wire. I don't really understand how I'm not really interested in how server works actually. So,
All right. Well, thanks for presenting. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about
mhm.
as far as this? No.
No, I'm okay.
Okay. uh, Michal didn't say this, but you're kind of a HTML5 game developer a little bit, right?
Yes. And I will try to prepare a game in CanJS for the
Yes.
next note. I
On the
will
next time he
work
comes, he's
50%.
going to have a game written in CanJS, so that is something to look forward to.
I had an idea already. I need to find time to implement
You have a lot of ideas.
it. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining us for another community hangout. We'll be doing it again real soon. So come on back. Have a great weekend.
Thanks.
Yeah.